you for being on. Your party named it the Inflation Reduction Act, and arguably against the odds, you got it passed. When are people going to start feeling the impact of this bill, Senator?
Well, I think they're feeling it already. I was on the phone this morning with my daughter, Caroline, who's 22 years old, and the joy in her voice that we had actually finally done something for climate change, I think that's going to give Caroline's generation hope that they haven't had in a very long time, that Washington's actually trying to help build a little bit of a better world for them, finally. And this bill, which, substantially lowers healthcare costs by capping drug prices for seniors at $2,000, the biggest climate investment in our history, closing tax loopholes on the wealthiest people and the largest corporations, and reducing the deficit on top of everything else. That is a very different piece of legislation than what Republican majorities bring, which is usually just cutting taxes for the richest people and then spending their time putting right-wing judges on the courts that are now have now reversed Roe versus Wade. So I think there's a big difference coming out of here. And I think my own view is that the democracy is at stake this November. And I think we just gave our democracy a huge shot in the arm.
No surprise to anyone. Republicans see this very differently. Let me play some examples of that, Senator.
For yet another reckless taxing and spending spree. Democrats have already robbed American families once through inflation, and now their solution is to rob American families yet a second time.
The American Rescue Plan, remember that one? That was supposed to make everything better. Well, it became a recession plan. This is going to make everything worse.
Do you have any concerns, Senator, that this could make people's economic situations worse instead of better?
I don't. And I would say that another piece of good news this week was we had more than 500,000 jobs created in the economy. So I'm not sure what my colleague Lindsey Graham is talking about. And then with respect to Mitch McConnell, I mean, his position is the most absurd position of all. There's nobody in American history who's put more debt on the balance sheet of this country than Mitch McConnell. But the way he's done it is by cutting taxes for rich people over and over again and saying that somehow that was going to trickle down to the American people and pay for itself. All lies. This all lies. And there are things I would have rather done here that we weren't able to do, like reverse the Trump tax cuts on the wealthiest Americans, because 52% of that went to the richest people. I would have loved to have made permanent my bill to extend the child tax credit, which cut childhood poverty in half last year, reduced hunger by 25%. We didn't do that, but we closed some important loopholes. And unlike the Trump bill that McConnell supported, which added $2 trillion to the deficit, this one's reducing our deficit by $300 billion. And I think, they can't stand what the facts really are. And it's true, too, with the other stuff. I mean, think about it. It's not just this bill. It's the bipartisan infrastructure bill. It's the CHIPS bill that's going to bring back manufacturing here to the United States of America. It's the PACT Act for our veterans, also bipartisan. The bipartisan gun bill. And even postal reform, something that's really important to rural Colorado. That looks triumphant compared to any legislative agenda that Mitch McConnell ever had, which is to say none, except cutting taxes for the richest people and blowing up the deficits and then blaming that on Democrats. That's not going to work in this election.
And those are the arguments that you and your fellow Democrats are going to be able to make on the campaign trail. Your Republican opponent says you are raising taxes on struggling Colorado residents while you've been getting rich. He says you've increased your wealth by $31 million since you got to the Senate. I think part of his implication is, how can you relate to the average person in your state?
Well, first of all, I wish that were true about my wealth. I don't know where he got those numbers. And I know when my wife and kids see that, they're going to wonder where I've been hiding it, because it's not remotely true. Second, this is a guy who literally posted on Facebook a picture of him and his wife riding their horses to buy sushi in his fancy neighborhood. So I don't know, who needs to prove who's in touch with working Coloradans. But I can tell you this. Anybody who thinks that the Trump tax cuts for the wealthy were somehow a tax cut for working Americans is delusional. And anybody who thinks that this bill raises taxes on working people is delusional, unless your definition for working people are the richest hedge fund managers in America and the largest corporations that make more than $1 billion in income and haven't been paying any taxes. The American people are sick and tired of these folks, paying 1.5%, paying 0%, paying 2%. And all this says is you got to pay at least 15%. And by the way, that's less than school teachers are paying in the state of Colorado. That's a debate I'm happy to have going into this election. And I'm looking forward to it because I think we need to expose the Republican rhetoric for the lies that it is. It's done so much damage to this country. Think about 50 years of trickle-down economics and what that has wrought. It's created an economy that's worked incredibly well for the top 10%, hasn't worked for anybody else. What this CHIPS bill is a vote for a better future for America. That's what the bill is that we voted on this weekend. The Inflation Reduction Act is about creating a renaissance in energy manufacturing here in the United States of America. That looks a lot better than Mitch McConnell's agenda, I think.
Colorado Senator Michael Bennet, pleasure to have you on the program, sir. Thank you so much. Good to see you.
Thanks for having me, Chris. Thank you.